Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect across the four corners of the earth. Here again with another lesson, and it's going to be about, the graven images that we people take part in and worship. Whether they know it or not. Alright, it's sin according to the scriptures, and I'm here to do a lesson on it. So I will be starting off in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, and verse 24. And he shall deliver their kings into thine hand, and thou shalt destroy their name from under heaven. There shall no man be able to stand before thee until thou have destroyed them. Now this is when back then the Lord was dealing with us, right? And we was conquering these heathen nations and taking their land, right? So listen to the 25th verse. The graven images of their gods shall he burn with fire. Thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is on them, nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared therein, for it is an abomination to the Lord thy God. Right? So the graven images of their gods, the scripture say you're supposed to burn it with fire. Right? You ain't supposed to have no graven image with no God hang up on your wall, alright, or anywhere on your property, period. Not in your house, not outside your house, nowhere. Right? It says, thou shalt not desire silver or gold that is on them. Because you could see these heathens, they will have a Buddha pendant, or they would have a Egyptian pendant with a pharaoh pendant. Right? You're not supposed to have those things. The scripture says it will be a snare unto you, because it's going to go back to what? Idolatry. Right? So you cannot have these, God, or different gods with, you wearing a gold pendant of Buddha, or you wearing a gold pendant of a pharaoh. Alright? Things like that. You even have people nowadays, right? You will see people, they would have pendants of Cesare Borgia, so-called Jesus Christ. You'll see they have gold pendants. You'll see it decked out with diamonds and so on and so forth. You ain't supposed to be wearing that. These things is of the heathen. You understand? We ain't supposed to be having these things. So, the 25th verse, neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thine house, lest thou be a cursed thing like it, but thou shalt utterly detest it, and thou shalt utterly abhor it, for it is a cursed thing. That's right. It's going to be a snare unto you. Right? That's why you have people that they're into Egypt mythology, and they believe, in the eye of Horus, and they believe in these different gods. Right? They're wearing the pendants. They have the graven images in the house. You understand? All these things is idolatry, right? All these things is idolatry. The scriptures say Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is a jealous God, right? You ain't supposed to have no other God hang up on your wall, all right? Or wearing a pendant concerning that God. Nah, that is abomination in the scriptures. Right? So any pendants of gold or silver that you have of gods, hey, you have to get rid of that. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua and accepting that crap. Right? So from there, let me go in the book of Deuteronomy. Let me see. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 8 and verse 19, right? And it shall be, if thou do at all forget the Lord thy God, and walk after other gods, and serve them, and worship them, I testify against you this day that ye shall surely perish. As the nations which the Lord destroyed before your face, so shall ye perish, because ye would not be obedient unto the voice of the Lord your God. Right? So you have to be obedient. Being obedient and doing what the Lord say to do shows that you fear him. The scriptures say, ye shall fear the Lord. Right? The Lord demands you to fear him. Alright? If you fear the Lord, you're going to be obedient unto him. And we prove that in the book of Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and verse 15. They that fear the Lord will not disobey his word. So you see, you're going to be obedient into what he said to do. The things that he said to do, you're going to do it. The things that he said not to do, you are not going to do it. You ain't going to question and ask why. You understand? You're just going to be as a lamb. Right? The scripture says, submit yourself under the mighty hand of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Just be obedient. You ain't going to question everything. If the Lord tell you not to do something, do not do it. It's for your own good. Right? That's why Eve, got deceived in the garden from the serpent. Right? Which was an actual man, by the way. Alright? It wasn't no snake. And the fruit that they ate of it wasn't no damn apple. Right? It was the philosophies. It was actually philosophies. Right? Just as how, you could eat of a philosophy or of a doctrine. Right? The scriptures in Ezekiel 3 and 1, the angel tell, I believe it was Ezekiel, to eat the whole roll. Right? So, in the case where in the garden, right, the serpent told Eve was to eat of this eat of these philosophies, right? The knowledge to know good and both evil, right? That doctrine was to know about both good and evil, which was forbidden, and it was also a commandment, right? Which Eve, sinned and broke, right? So, Ecclesiasticus 2 and 15, they that fear the Lord will not disobey his word, and they that love him will keep his ways. That's right. If you love the Lord, you're going to keep his commandments. That's what the scriptures say. Yahushua said, if you love me, keep my commandments. It's going to show in your actions. You have any videos, they will be all mouth service, but they don't mean what they say. The actions really and truly is saying the opposite. Right? And we are not to be like that in this truth. In this truth, you have to be upright. Okay? Because if you ain't upright in this truth, you're going to fall short. You understand? You're going to completely fall out the truth. Because you ain't come to the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Right? So from there, I'm going to go in the book of let's be able to in the book of Psalms. (143) and verse 10. I start at verse I start at verse I start at verse 6. I stretch forth my hands unto thee, my soul thirsted after thee, as a thirsty land. Selah. Right? And what did the Lord said in the book of Matthew? Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. That's how we have to be. Right? I stretch forth my hands unto thee, my soul thirsted after thee as a thirsty land. Hear me speedily, O Lord, my spirit faileth. Hide not thy face from me, lest I be like unto them that go down into the pit. That's right. And the Lord isn't going to hide his face from the righteous. He isn't going to hide his face unto those that diligently seek him with a whole heart. Right? They are going to find the Lord. So the 8th verse. Cause me to hear thy loving kindness in the morning, for in thee do I trust. Cause me to know the way wherein I should walk, for I lift up my soul unto thee. That's it. That's who we look up to. That's who you understand? That's who we adore and worship, right? We don't give no credit to no other God. We don't look up. We don't wear anything that's of, other gods, right? You ain't gonna see brothers in the truth, all right, wearing on this kind of pharaoh cross thing, or wearing on a Buddha chain, or wearing on a Cedric Borgia chain. No, right? We don't represent those things. We represent Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right? So, reading on. It says, cause me to hear thy loving kindness in the morning, for in thee do I trust. Cause me to know the way wherein I should walk, for I lift up my soul unto thee. Deliver me, O Lord, from mine enemies. I flee unto thee to hide me, because we know that the Lord is the only one who could deliver us from all trouble. Right? We don't run to the parents. We don't run to the police. We don't run to call 911. If we have a problem, we're going to call on Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Right? The scriptures say, I will call upon the Lord who is worthy to be praised, so shall I be saved from mine enemies. Right? And how are you going to call on the name of the Lord? You have to know his name. Right? And I'm damn well sure it in Jesus Christ. Because it does not make sense. Right? So, the 10th verse, teach me to do thy will, for thou art my God, thy spirit is good, lead me into the land of uprightness. And that's it. You want the Lord to teach you to do his will. You want to do the will of the Lord. Right? You don't want to be stiff-necked or hard-headed like you see how Israel is today and how Israel always was. You want to be, like that humble, submissive lamb that follow Yahweh Shai. That's how you want to be. Right? The 11th verse, quicken me, O Lord, for thy name's sake, for thy righteousness' sake, bring my soul out of trouble. That's right, the Lord is going to deliver you from all trouble. You understand? If you continue to trust and do what he says. And of thy mercy cut off mine enemies, and destroy all them that afflict my soul, for I am thy servant. That's right. Scripture says, seeing it is a righteous thing with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to recompense those that trouble us. Right? The Lord is definitely going to bring that recompense on our enemies. Right? And he's going to start with his people. Right? The Lord said, begin at my sanctuary. And judgment must first begin at where? At the house of Israel. So judgment is going to start with the Lord's people. You know, they had all this time to get right. They saw the Lord's prophets and the what? They ignore, they pass on. So when the time comes for them to be punished, they're going to be punished. Because according to Proverbs, I don't know if it's in 22 or what, but I'll find out and see. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. That's it. So if you're on the beach and you see a great tsunami coming, right, you're going to warn the people and you're going to get the hell out of there. Right? We are foreseeing the evil that's about to come and take place, and we are warning the people and telling them what to do. And we are, getting ourselves ready to avoid it. But the people who ain't taking heed, they are going to feel it. Right? So a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. They're going to be punished. The scriptures speak about the Lord punishing the wicked to destruction. Right? They are going to be destroyed brutally and terribly. Right? Them, the children, the family, all whoever is joined together with them in their wickedness, they are going to perish. Alright? But as of the ones who are serving the Lord and continually, striving for the truth unto death and doing what he said to do, the Lord is going to protect those that fear him. Right? The Lord is going to have pity on his elect, and he's going to have mercy on us. Lord willing, if we endure unto the end. Alright? Because that's the only way you're going to be saved. Scripture says, he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. Okay? You have to stay into this thing until the end. It doesn't matter how good it is now, how much years you doing this thing, you have to stay. Right? So this was just a quick lesson I wanted to do. Stay away from graven images. Don't put them in your house. Don't wear their pendants. Don't reverence these idols. Alright? Don't even wear a t-shirt with an idol on it. Don't entertain those spirits. Alright? Don't entertain those spirits, because you have seducing spirits going around. Right? The scripture say, be sober, be vigilant, for your adversary the devil, as a roaring lion, is walking about seeking whom he may devour. Right? So you don't want to entertain those things. Right? So don't wear no Cesare Borgia pendant, or no Pharaoh pendant, or no Buddha necklace, and those kind of madness. Don't entertain those things. Right? Just fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and do the work of the Lord. So I will close it off for now. Kal Halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Rakabadash. The brothers and the elders and the apostles are great millstone, and shalom unto the elect.